orange water, which I of course took before taking the elevator up to the office. I grabbed some breakfast.
There's a lot of things that I find really interesting about that video, really troubling, but one thing that sticks out to me is that, once again, it is expensive to be poor. I look at her healthy breakfast of orange water and fruit and chia seed pudding, and I know that she didn't buy any of those things. They're being handed out for free, and it's a perk of working for the company. But when you work a minimum wage job or a job in which you are overworked and underpaid, something like teaching or healthcare or construction or hospitality, aside from maybe an employee appreciation breakfast, employers nickel and dime you for every water bottle, every snack. So these perks that these tech workers are getting literally lower their cost of living, not to mention other perks like transportation stipends. So qualifications and student loans aside, the cost of living is less.
Okay, so this TikToker by the name of erotic_almond points out something that I think we don't talk about enough, and that is the simple fact that being wealthy, being rich, and especially having a job that comes with a lot of perks actually reduces people's cost of living significantly. Now, I know a lot of us know about the things that come along with just having access to more money, like getting like a Costco membership or buying things in bulk and things like that can help reduce the sort of average monthly cost, even though it's a higher upfront cost, which is something that working class folks very often just don't have access to. But then what people don't talk as much about are the perks that come with having like really high-end jobs, where very often people will get a company phone, so they might not have to pay their own phone bill. People might also get a company laptop, so they don't have to buy their own computers and personal devices and things like that. Then also, some people even get company cars, and on top of that, there are a lot of offices that provide in-office breakfasts, which is really unbelievable because, I mean, think about it. Like, sure, the average breakfast might only cost like $10, but if you go to work every single day and you have to eat some type of breakfast, and that's 5 days a week, well, then you're looking at something around $250 just for all your breakfasts. That's basically a third of all of your food for the month. That can save like a ton of money. Now, granted, $10 might be a little bit much for breakfast, but these are the types of things where when it comes to like having tons of fresh fruits and vegetables every day, especially when the supply of them is taken care of for you, you can start to realize where people who have these really high-end jobs end up saving tons and tons of money. And this creates a cycle. This creates a cycle that not only repeats itself over the span of one lifetime, but it actually creates a cycle that repeats itself over generations. Like, for example, in order to get some of these really high-end jobs, very often you have to take unpaid internships to get your foot in the door. And if you have to do unpaid internships, well, then you better hope that you have some sort of rich parents or that you've already had a job that pays enough for you to have enough money saved that you can deal with not being paid during that internship. These are the things that's critical to understand because ultimately, when we start to recognize this, basic necessities of life are gate kept through class tests. Now, obviously, they can't just say, how much money did your parents make? But very often they do actually say, how much money did you make at your last job? Quite literally, employers will ask you how much you made at your last job to guess how much you should make at this job because they don't want to give you too much of a raise. They don't want to pay you for everything that you're worth. They want to let other people assign your worth. This is how the system maintains inequality. This is how, even within some of these high-end jobs, they maintain things like racism and sexism when it comes to the amount of money that people are actually paid.